Okay. Today we are going to start in a child's pose. So here's what I recommend. If you have a couple pillows, you can put pillows under your shins. You can put pillows here in front of you. Pretty much anybody in the entire world can do this with any injury, except if you have, what are you doing, Ulf? We're on our child's pose, on our knees. Okay, but you're gonna go there later. Anybody can do this. If you're on a bed, you can do this on your bed. Just prop up some pillows under your butt, like right here underneath, like where see where my space is right here? I would put a pillow there. And then I would take, if you need a pillow in front of your head, but right now we're just gonna surrender into the earth. And we're gonna start in a couple minutes. Oh my goodness, today's September 11th. I did not even know, but today's one of my favorite number days. And I know about September 11th, but I'm not gonna focus on that right now. I'm gonna focus on us. At 11:11 a.m., we're gonna be together. I'm so excited. And of course, we're gonna take a silent moment for every single human being that left us. How many years ago was that, Ulf?
2001.
2001. Sebastian was literally just born. I'll never forget it. I was in the bedroom sleeping with Izzy. Oh my God, I said Izzy and she just texted us. Ulf and I were sleeping. I just had Sebastian. And my mom called my phone and said, we are in war. And I was like, what? And that was just like the most craziest thing. I remember turning on the TV and just never fathomed that I would see what I saw. And so I want to take a moment of silence right now to remember anybody in your life, or basically they are our family members. So taking our eyes, shutting it for just a minute, in honor of every single family that lost family and every single hero that left here trying to save a life. No matter, what happened on 9/11, we lost a lot of human beings, and that's all that matters. So just acknowledging them in heaven today, letting them know that we haven't forgotten, and prayers that their loss and many other losses are for our best interests. They're trying to fix things for us. And that's how I see them. I see them as angels. So let's surrender. We start now. Bring your arms out in front of you. I want you to just rest your body, surrender. We begin somatics right now. Remember, what is somatics? It's about the inner body. What does it feel like right now? I guarantee you that one leg probably feels a little tighter than the other. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to let your whole body just kind of slide your butt off to one side. You're just gonna fall. And then you have to use the hand that you're not laying on to gently push yourself back up and just kind of push yourself to the other side. It's just that you're letting yourself fall. Try not to resist, but do let go and push on the outside of your body. If you want to bring your hands a little closer in, you can, because you're trying to slide both your butt cheeks onto one side, and you're sliding the elbows open, and you're just falling. It's like you're massaging your legs on the ground without picking your body up. You're just falling on top of it, pushing yourself. Remember, there's a lot of different somatics. There's movement somatics, yoga somatics, sleep somatics, stress somatics. This is movement. And you're just going to continue this move without judging yourself, without wondering, what do I look like doing this? Just being. 30 seconds. Whenever you're ready, come back to the middle, spread the arms out, try to flatten your shoulder blades, drop your forehead into the earth. If you can, put the pillow there in front of you. Drop your elbows. I don't want you to count your breath. I don't want you to do anything that's trying to make you better. I want you to do anything that is really just trying to churn every muscle, every trigger out. Anything that you feel, your fingers, your wrists, your toes, your ankles, your eyebrows. Whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to, let it go. See how it feels on those shoulder blades. Spread every finger on the ground. Whenever you're ready, I want you to slide your hands in towards your body and very gently bring yourself up, and you should have those pillows underneath you, right here. Watch me first. Belly. Surrender. Sliding. You could do one at a time. You're trying to see what's stuck. You're trying to reach from the shoulder blades. And then you slide it back. And then you push up by sucking your navel, bringing your spine back, chin to the chest. How do I lift my head when it's tilted down? I lift my shoulder blades up. And I lift my head. We're going to do that for 2 minutes. One vertebrae at a time. I have not let go of my solar plexus sacral. Suck my navel in. One arm at a time or two. You want to feel every move you're making internally. If you feel something stuck, pause Bring the arm back, and you're gonna start over. You have to finish the move on the arm that can go all the way into the fingers. You'll notice where the chi gets stuck. One more. And when you get up this time, we're gonna gently and slowly come onto all fours. Now, if this is too much on your knees, I want you to lay on your back and gently hug your knees. If this is too much and you still want to try it, you can put the pillows underneath your knees. You can do this on your bed. It doesn't have to always be on a hard surface, but I want you to let your shoulder blades sink in. So if you're on your lower back right now, laying down, just hug your knees for just a moment and lay there with us. I'm trying to lift my butt to the sky. And if you're on your back, with your knees into your chest, I want you to very carefully, slowly bring your feet down to the floor, and you guys are going to do it reverse. We're doing it on our hands and knees, sucking the navel up, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna suck the navel into the earth by tucking your pelvis slightly and letting it go one single vertebrae at a time from the back. So basically your back does get lifted off the ground, but you're not using it. You're using your core. So where you pee from, that's an elevator door. Close that door by pulling it in. And as you do that, you breathe out. Your belly stamps into the earth, and then you just gently let it go. Don't use your lower back. This is all happening from the core, from right in front. So even when you're on your hands and knees, you are using the tops of your feet, but you're really trying to arch by lifting your butt, sliding the shoulder blades down. And when I tuck it in, I'm tucking it in through only my core, so the front of your pelvis, nothing moves until I finish it. And when I let go, it feels like one little vertebrae at a time. I'm sinking. For more advanced, you can start to pull the shoulder blades down your back, lift your chin. All of this is happening from the front of our bodies, our navel, sucking it in on our breath out. The inhale is when you release. It's all about the C curve of the back. Push down on the tops of your feet, tops of the hand. When I lift, I'm not lifting from here. It's all being lifted from my navel. And when I pull it back in, it's all from the navel. Navel. That's a good one, Ulf, what you just did. Push on your fingers. Push on your palms. How did you do that so good? Huh? I'm gonna do a couple more. Your last one. I want everybody to tuck their toes and walk it back. If you can't, just stay on your back there. Just hug your knees back in. A slight knee bend, and don't let go of that. Every corner of your feet are on the ground. I want you to surrender your big bowling ball head. Just surrender that head. Slight knee bend through the butt. Grab your opposite hand, opposite elbow. If you're on your back, hug your knees. You're gonna notice there's a lot of muscles releasing here. And whenever you're ready, you're gonna come up one vertebrae at a time. Hold the P, round the back, tuck the pelvis. As soon as you can't use your butt, get those shoulders to lift your head. We're gonna stand on all four corners of our feet. I wanna show you something, okay? If you're coming from the ground up, it's always good to turn to the side and lift from the butt. When I stand, this is how most people stand. Hi, my name is Ulf. How you doing? I told him he can't talk, so he's weird. He's under my spell. All four corners of my feet are on the ground. I'm gonna rest, let's say, a book on my head. When my arms come up, you can do this sitting on the edge of a chair. Make sure your feet are touching the ground lightly, every corner. And when I bring my arms up, I'm going to first think about my core, the side muscles, the obliques, my shoulder blades. So I want to feel that my shoulders are down and I'm not going to use the joints. So when I bring my arms up, I'm pulling my shoulders down. I want to feel grounded. Right about here, I'll start to feel my feet moving around. I want to stay balanced. Okay. I want to stay balanced. So right about here is where people get stuck. Are you feeling your lower back? I bet you somewhere in the lower back, somewhere in the hip. So what do? I'm going to move my head a little bit. But how do I move my head? With my chin parallel. And as you move that head gently, start to bring the arms a little higher. If it gets to a place it just doesn't feel good, slide them back down. So you have a choice now. You either go all the way up or you just stop where it felt. That you felt like, you know what, if I go any higher, it just doesn't feel good. Then you're gonna take one arm and you're gonna swallow that navel and you're gonna make sure that you are standing so straight that there's no other way that this arm cannot come up. It's usually because of the way we stand, unless you have a frozen shoulder. So every time I bring my arms up, I'm going to inhale first. But I like to tighten my muscles of my back. Every time I feel like I'm plopping forward, I'm trying to take myself a little back. Hold that pee in. I'm going to churn my palms back. And that's that little churn. And then we're gonna bring it back down. So right here is where you're gonna feel things that are not letting your arm go up. So when we go up, and we're trying to open our palms and squeeze the shoulder blades together, right here, you might feel that uncomfortable feeling that gets stuck to your neck. So what do? I stop and I wait it out. And then I release it back down. And then I think to myself, where am I stuck? Why do I feel that way? Maybe if I turn my head away from it. And maybe if you just did one arm at a time. And just standing like this is so important because some of us have that sway. So it's just teaching your body to just stand. So when you're doing a sun salutation, the whole point of it is a flow. So if you get stuck and you're trying to do a sun salutation, you know, all like this, then it takes away. That's why yoga is good for yoga. And this is more about inner. What am I holding? Why can't this arm come up? Is it stuck to the front of my neck? Did you have an old injury in the rib cage? All of this matters. So let's go ahead and drop the arms again. Then I want you to just take your palms, make a cup, like you're cupping. And I want you to go underneath your armpit 9 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cup. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do it again. Inner elbow. Again, under the armpits. 9 times. Now watch. All I'm doing is bending the elbow, letting it go. I want my elbow pointing down. Does this get stuck anywhere in your neck? Do one arm at a time and see. Do you feel your neck when you do these? That's because your head is here.
I'm perfect.
Put your middle finger together. What if we were trays and I wanted to extend my arm through my elbow, but not by locking my elbow? Right above my elbow, they're muscles. They're hinging muscles. I want you to feel them tight. When you're opening, you are tightening. So when you're opening, you are tightening. You're gonna notice that when you extend one arm, you can feel areas that feel stuck, and that's why we're moving them. There are areas that maybe you've been afraid to move. You can do this at the edge of a chair, guys. You don't have to be standing, and if you could do them with both arms, it's not about, hey, look, I could do this with both arms. No, I like doing them even with one at a time. I've been dancing for 4 years. I've been teaching dance. So I've been doing one side of my body mostly. And I can tell when I do these. And that's why I like to even my body out. Try to keep your elbow high while you're doing this. And then I want you to drop it down, bring it up and in. Now, how do I drop it? How do I drop it? I drop it as if I had envelopes under my armpit and my elbow went straight down. Don't lift from the shoulder. Push the shoulder down. Bring the palms together right in front of your heart and press into the hands as tight as you can. Pull those shoulder blades back and then let it go. Inhale, exhale, pull those shoulder blades together as you press the palms together. Don't let it in your neck. Let it go. Again, inhale first. Push into the palms. Push, 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 push. Pull those shoulders down and you're gonna just release. And then let it go. Push, shoulders down. Let it go. Keep going. You'll notice that every time you push into your palms, your shoulders get tight, and that's an opportunity to move the neck safely. Let's do that 5 more times. Let it go. I have envelopes under my armpit, and when I do this, I don't do this. I'm standing tall. Do one arm at a time. Six more. And let it go. Open up your legs. Find the outside feet. You can put your butt against the wall. Don't undo the knees. You got to keep them slightly bent. You feel every corner of your feet. Suck the navel, fall. Your knees and toes should be pointing forward. I want you to let go of every muscle except kind of just a little bit of leaning. If you're leaning against the wall, great, tighten your butt. But there's one thing I want you to always remember, and that is your belly button, where it connects to where you pee from. That's an area we want to kind of hold in, and when you're ready, we're going to come back up one single vertebrae at a time. Start from under the butt, Work it all the way up to the navel. Your chest is hanging above your rib. Let your shoulder blades lift you all the way up. The last thing that lifts is my head. Inhale. Exhale. Even coming down, I'm doing one vertebrae at a time. Nothing. Do one more. Ready? This last one, walk it out. Good work, guys. You did it. We're gonna work you little baby steps at a time, okay? What you're basically learning is our bodies have a lot of stuck trauma. It could be from, one of my clients, she never listens to me when I tell her it was like an old childhood. She had fell on her rib and she broke like 3 of them, and she's had so much problem with her left hip her whole life. And I saw her x-rays and the doctors have her putting cortisone in it. I was telling her, these doctors are not, they don't have your best interest. I'm telling you, these people with money, they want quick fixes. And quick fixes don't work. So this is what works, is managing the body, learning. Like, I have this really funny thing right here, but I can do everything with my legs, right? There's a certain move that I do, and I know, like, it's better now, but I can do splits. But when I sit like this, it hangs on right here, and it has to do with right here on my back, because this is the leg I use a lot. And so I know about it now. I never knew about it. So I can prop this leg up when I come down here, and then I can find the area it's stuck. And it's funny because someone will say it's your knee. It's not your knee, because it's not my knee, but it's around the knee. So then that can cause the knee to have a problem. So that's why we want to have an open flow from the chi. That's chi energy, going up through the chakra, down, up, like the Christo. And that's something I've been doing somatics my whole career. They just now named it. But the dance classes I teach are all this. It's just learning how to be graceful and learning how to finish your moves. It's very robotic. It's very soft. It's very demure. One day you'll be like me. Demure. Proper. Perfect. Why couldn't we think of that word, demure? Let's think of another word. We should all come up with one word, okay? Everybody, today, we're gonna find a new word for sexy. What's a good word for sexy or juicy? Maria's gonna be on it, guys. Maria's on it. Maria's on it, guys. Oh, she might, I'm just kidding. Maria. You're gonna switch your legs. This is not part of it, but why not? It feels good. So I'm very interested in knowing how this makes you guys feel. I do my own style, so don't write me later and say, well, there's a somatics lady that does this. I don't do anything traditional. I always do my own things. I know the body better than 99.9% of the entire fitness world out there. So I don't care what other people do. So I don't mean to be mean, but I've already had someone write me and say, well, somatics is a lot easier than what you do. And I blocked that person because at the end of the day, I have a master's in physiology, and I've been doing this for 24 years, every single day for about 70 hours a week. So I don't need any advice. I'm here to help you. And the only thing I want to hear from you is tell me places in your body that hurt when you're doing something, or tell me what you have like going on with you. Say your big toe hurts when you do that, Mama Neda, when you're on your knees, that hurts me, so I can help you in the next session. I don't want to hear like what you guys think somatics is, or I just called it somatics. It's my program. So I don't want anybody to let me know like what I'm doing is right or wrong. I'm really not interested in any advice when it comes to this stuff, but I want to help you. So I am interested in you. I want you to tell me, I need this, I want that, my elbow hurts at night, or I can teach you a very simple, okay? Something very simple. If you lay down, okay, I want to show you something. If I lay down like this, okay, some people cannot bring their elbows out like this, right? So wouldn't it be good to have something ready for next time? Let's say a towel or a pillow, because the arm that hurts, let's say I can't get this shoulder all the way down. So then I can prop up the shoulder and then it's perfect. Then I can do it, right? Now, did you know that this little silly move right here, just this, just laying like this and turning your gaze, let's say you're turning your gaze between 3:30 and 4 p.m. on a clock. And you just kept your gaze that way and you just breathe. Did you know that that calms your nervous system? Just something very simple like this. If you lay there for about 3 to 4 minutes, and you can just even let your legs just drop. And if you notice, you can always prop up your legs. So if you got a whole bunch of pillows around, you know, or did it next to your couch or something and just prop up everything, it's gonna help you, because I'm gonna start using more props with you, just getting you ready. We'll be putting props under your back. So I kind of want you to get ready with some next session. Bring some pillows with you. Go to your kids' room, grab all their pillows and bring it. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to start teaching you guys some of these great ways of releasing stress, tension. We all need it. Our nervous system is a mess. So if you feel stressed out at night, and you can't just fall asleep, do that for about 3 minutes. Just turning your gaze over to the right side. You keep your head centered, it's just your gaze. And while you're there, can everybody please pray for my friend Tiffany so that she doesn't have a kidney infection? I love you guys so much. I'm trying to keep these short. Knowing me, these are all not going to be short, but that's okay. We do our own thing in here. So, and it's also fun to have a community. This is not so much like YouTube workouts. Those are designed, you know, to be there for you for a 30-minute. It's like if you buy a DVD workout. These are more like a companionship, hang out, say hello. You can fast forward, you can rewind.